Hello everybody, my name is Mathis, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Chihiro is dead. The music is awful. Okay, let's get into it. I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. You know, Makoto, you know what? No, man. It's fine, that makes sense. I'm not even gonna argue, that makes sense. But as soon as I did, that was actually kind of a very underwhelming and pathetic scream. A wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth. Alright, who did it? Boy's Life of Despair. Who fucking did it? Time to start wondering. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me, like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her! How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming, as I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey! I heard screaming! Did something... That is the scream I would have expected out of my character.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement that Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
Dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover the killer. See, I feel like Byakuya is going to be an incredible asset because he wants to win, right? Like, he undoubtedly wants to win. So when it comes to murdering somebody, he's going to do everything in his power to stay away from everybody, plan his own thing to help with the murder, to do a murder and then get away with it. However, if he doesn't commit the murder, he knows he now has to work with everybody in order to ensure that he continues to play the game and he doesn't end up dying. So I think we're going to be able to tell pretty, maybe not easily, but there will be flaws in what he ends up doing if he's the one that committed the murder. I also don't think he's the one that committed this murder. I feel like they really tried to make it seem like Byakuya was going to commit this murder. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's the one that killed him. I think the person who killed Chihiro is going to be the one that is going to be somebody that we don't fully understand. I'm still convinced Chihiro is actually a him. We'll see. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time passed at all. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. Damn. I couldn't keep her safe. I don't think Sakura did it either, but I could be wrong. So there's another victim! Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream! This is a dream! It's all just a dream! In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive! Shut up. Okay, let's look around. We could talk to people, but right away we can see this was probably used to bash them in. No, there are no... Oh, okay, sorry. More important things to worry about. I guess, like, talking to everybody. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks are famously all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? So, alright, there's a lot of theories I'm having in my head right now. One could be the secret that the person had was that they were Genocide Jack. And to stop them, they killed somebody. But why would they do it in the fashion of Genocide Jack? If they are, in fact, Genocide Jack, and they were trying to hide the fact that Genocide Jack was there. Very confusing. The real... What are you saying? Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No! Why? 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 She could be the one. Kadunk. She fainted. That did not sound so good. Toko! Hina rushed over to collapse Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh.
So she is a hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I don't think it should. I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. So nice. She didn't faint on purpose. It doesn't count. Nice, gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Sorry about that. I was just shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko? Are you okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
what the?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Huh? She totally ignored me. Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing into an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me.
There's no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact. because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed? A fellow classmate. What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file. See ya later.
So please, you're very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really got to do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all of our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, aren't you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon...
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such
Fine,
ignorance.
then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space. A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object! Show a little respect or I'll beat some India!
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko!
Because...
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. Forget more victims! If we mess this up, we're all dead meat!
Hey!
Hold on! If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
so
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger,
Interesting.
which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a...
You need to shut the fuck up. Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice. I'm gonna get dropped off.
There is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation to Taotsui. If we do not solve the mystery who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. All right, here we go. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullets section of the handbook. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what do you need then? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Okay, first of all, let's find out. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure why, sure he did it. Is that what you wanted to say? I would wonder about that. Well, here's the blunt object, or at least possibly. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Of your handbook, rather. I'm curious. All right, we got to continue. Before I talk anymore, let's look around. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning of it? Bloodlust. It's 2 words, however. Is it supposed to be 1 or 2 words? That matter? The poster's got blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Blood on the floor. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have splattered with blood during the murder. Let's talk to people. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise. But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
perhaps.
Hino or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret. But that would also, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been added to the truth bullet section. All right. Can I look at this? No. Can I look at? Talk to you. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about this stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. Can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the truth section. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Oh, already?
what?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I get caught up with the wrong person this time. So, this is our next location. Huh? The place is related to the investigation? Figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Alright. Boys' room. It's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Yeah, but it might be. Maybe this gun was used. No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. Okay. There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case. The camera. Surveillance camera. Even if Chihiro was being murdered, I bet the mastermind was just sitting there watching. Alright. A floating donut. I don't think it's related to what happened to Chihiro. Oh, we got 4 for that. It's in the shape of a peace sign, however. And the monitors. What am I missing? This? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked or correct.
Unbelievable.
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct! So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and the boys can only go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Look, I talked about this, man. You can steal a handbook. Okay. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Why you?
so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. I get what's going on, man. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Okay. How about the trophies? No. What's this? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait. There's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. Seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Maizono. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You're gonna really, like, I just literally had this conversation with you. I see, yeah, now I understand. So,
What?
what's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. We're gonna show this again. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm really angry.
What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a big, super deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible.
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit with it. It wouldn't do crap! Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you.
But it's a secret! Wouldn't want you go breaking any more handbooks!
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But, you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's undeniable fact that it was not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. Before we move on, I have a very rough idea as to what happened. If Chihiro is in fact a boy, he would have gone into the men's the men's locker room, which is why he never showed up for working out with the girls. However, one person, if he let somebody know, he would have let that one person know, and they would have gone in with them to work out. Chihiro was the programmer, right? Would Chihiro have used the book to get into the boys' bathroom, even though maybe Chihiro's handbook says girl, but he's a boy and feels more comfortable, or wants to be a boy, or is a boy, and felt more comfortable going into the boys' locker room. Used Leon's thing to get into the boys' locker room, but a boy came out and worked out at night or whatever, saw him or followed him, ended up being the killer and murdered her. Realized they were screwed, took him back, went into the girls' locker room, and then did it. But then why? Who would have done that? It wouldn't have been Sakura, which is someone I was thinking about. Could be Mondo. Could be the psychic guy. But I could be wrong. I don't think it's Byakuya. We need more information. However, it's something up with Chihiro. Chihiro is either a boy or is a girl and wants to be a boy. We'll figure it out. Okay, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite. Okay. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat
Absolutely.
myself.
I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is a culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Well, then show me! What do you mean by that? Oh, we already did this. Alright.
Don't make me.
Well, that doesn't help. Hold on, there's still more here waiting to be checked. Oh, okay. The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. I can look in this again. How about this? Surveillance camera, and there's just what I assume is a gun attached to it. So chilling. Alright. Okay, I guess we have to look at this again. There's a mailbox, and inside, 3 handbooks. Looks like the handbooks are dead students and are brought here to mailbox somehow. Yeah. Only lending is against the rules. In other words, there's no problem with borrowing one. One other thing that bothers me is the fact that Leon's handbook won't turn on. Monokuma said Leon's handbook isn't broken, but it won't turn on. That much is certain. Is it really unrelated to the case? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Well, what do you want to show me, man? surveillance camera, and that's, as I assume, there's a gun attached to it. How about the TV? Is this one of those monitors Monokuma appears on? Right now it's just showing a school crest. I don't see any clues around here anywhere. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. What do you mean by that? Oh my god.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. There we go. That's what I needed the first time. Is there really any proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Is that something like that really... Hey, you too! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time.
We're
to play
busy.
with you.
Leave us alone.
'Cause I mean,
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta help me. What the fuck?
Such ignorance.
Okay. This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
'cause I mean,
But it's an emergency! An emergency. What happened?
well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure you'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Yeah, all right, we're going in. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Okay, can you just get me in, please? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. May as well give it a shot. Door swung open slowly and silently. How does something swing open slowly and silently? Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh no. What? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Yeah, Byakuya, because she wants to bang the fuck out of him. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room? I mean,
That's fine.
sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
what do you want?
leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah, Byakuya.
It's Byakuya.
Byakuya. There we go. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well, then let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried up to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't give even a look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. So, my guess is Toko is Genocide Jack, but it's a split personality thing. At least that's what they're making it seem like. And that he knows about it. So either she actually did it under the secondary personality of Genocide Jack, or somebody who knows about it framed her. And if Chihiro went into the boys' locker room while, say, Byakuya was, as an example, working out, and he knew about Genocide Jack, he could kill her, and then use her pass, bring her to the girls' locker room, or use one of the borrowed ones, it doesn't matter, he knew about them, and frame her Genocide Jack, which would be Toko, in the girls' bathroom. Does that make sense? So, Chihiro went to the boys' locker room to work out. Byakuya went in there, knew about it or was already in there, killed her, took her out, or him out, or whatever you want to call Chihiro, into the girls' locker room, hung her from there, and framed Genocide Jack, or Toko, as the killer. I don't think Toko is the killer. I think it's too easy. There's no point in checking there. We seem to find real clues. So I meant to talk to you. Is this the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay. There's no point in checking there. What am I looking for, man? Knock it off. What does a desk lamp matter right now? Well, I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it, man. Okay. I don't know what else to look at, dude. No clues. All right, but I got to look at it at least. There are no clues there. What about, can I look over here? No, 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 no. On the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. I thought that was the exit. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Okay. Okay. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. What's up here? That's a camera. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
These documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to disappear for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there's something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Huh, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with the lamp? It was here before, then I moved it after. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it into good use. Okay, cool. More books. This shelf stuffed tight with files. Picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Okay. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Fuck, man. The camera? There's even a surveillance camera here. Fuck. I'm trying to find out, like, what I'm supposed to be looking at here. I feel like I've looked at everything. I don't understand what you want me to look at, man. Alright. Alright. Nothing. Alright, yep. Alright, nothing there. There's a ton of thick file stuff in the bookshelf. If you think of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would never want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are the investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's like, not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times. There is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in
I already
other
told you,
words-
there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. It's solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. You're saying the secret to being Genocide Jack is that he suspended a victim? That's not hard to figure out. Ugh.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Things just got interesting. Genocide Jack. The question is it so obviously Toko? Or is it somebody else? Guess we'll find out.